Good morning. Today we're going to be checking out the Godox IT30 Pro Flash. So I saw a little YouTube video. I'll link it in the description. If I forget, just let me know. It was about this flash, the best flash that you could get that's tiny, I think. Something like that. And that video convinced me to buy it, as broke as I already am. So if you want to help a brother out and are interested in this flash, please use my affiliate links. Anyways, the appeal for me was I like the G7X, and you know those like pocket point and shoot cameras with the built-in flashes. It's so sad that the PowerShot V1 doesn't have a built-in flash, but the look that you get with those types of cameras is awesome. I love the flash look. It gives it sort of like a nostalgic feel, especially if you add grain. With like the G7X, there's no grain because you have a flash and it's a fairly modern camera. So the image quality is really good. So if you add a little bit of grain, maybe change up the colors a little bit, that thing still shoots raw, I believe. You could make it look like a film photo. So this is gonna be for my larger camera, the Canon EOS R5. I think the Mark II works as well. And if you wanna use it, give me a second here, with the PowerShot V1, unfortunately, you're gonna have to get like a little adapter. So this thing is gonna sit higher than usual because you need the adapter and then the flash, but it is what it is. I'm not going to be using it for the PowerShot V1. I'm probably going to use it with this dude. So we're going to go ahead and unbox it now, and it's not going to be a fancy one. I probably might put it back in the box if I'm being honest, and just re-unbox it, but I really want to just like make an unboxing video like right now. I don't know. The box opened a little too easily. I don't know if it's something that was opened already. So this is the Flash IT30. As you can see, it's not the tiniest thing in the world, but for what it does, it's tiny. So this thing has a built-in diffuser, as you can see. Boop. You can't really tell, but it's subtle. Like there's like a little thing that drops down, which is basically the diffuser. Got the screen. Hopefully it has some charge in it, and then the hot shoe mount down here. This is specifically for the Canon model. There are going to be more models for different makes and models of cameras. I'm going to remove the thing here. Pretty sure on the bottom it looks like it's just carrying case and then like a charging cable. So this charges through USB-C, which I love. I'm going to power it on and see how it goes. English, set, slightly rotate or slide right or rotate dial to unlock. And just like that, we are probably good to go. I'm going to attach it on my camera here. That's kind of satisfying. Does it lock into place? Oh, okay. And then the button on the side here is what unlocks it. So I'm going to switch it to camera mode. I wonder if you just take a picture and it'll automatically do a flash. Yeah, that's awesome. Ooh. So the problem that I'm running into right now is there is a large shadow cast, and I think that's just due to the size of the lens. If I were to use a smaller lens, maybe that wouldn't be a problem. If I were to do it like this, maybe, yeah, at 35mm, that's pretty unfortunate. So I don't know, maybe I will try to put it on this guy because I feel like it would shine the most, but it would be so awkward, right? If you had this and then like a really big tall contraption on the top, like it's probably gonna be like this big. I don't know. I'm kind of sad, to be honest. I did not think this through. I think if we do use like a smaller lens, I have a 35 1.8 that I could use. So we're gonna try that out really quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got the 35 1.8. I'm pretty disappointed because I really wanted to use the flash with this lens, but we're gonna see. Hopefully this works. It should, just because it's shorter, and then like it's at a 35mm focal length. So this is the setup now. Pretty small. Let's see. I'm gonna try to hold on. Let me remove the ND filter. There we go. Oh, well, the flash didn't work. Not sure why that didn't work that time. I'm not sure what is going on. Do I have to power it off and on again or something? Ah, there we go. So that works. As you can see, it looks a little overexposed, so I might have to adjust it. There we go. Bro, I'm so disappointed. Like, this is the one with the wide angle. I kind of want to put it back and take a selfie and see how it goes. But if you are using a regular lens, regular size lens like this, 35 1.8, and you're just taking pictures of people, then you're gonna have no problems with this at all. This is awesome though. Like, this is a cool piece of kit. I think I'll still carry it with me. I'm gonna try to bring it out, but that means that I would have to use the 35 1.8 a little bit more. This is cool though, because you can't really get this sort of image with the G7X. That is crazy. That is way too overexposed. Let's see if there's a difference in that. There is a difference. What if let's see if I bring it down even more. Maybe that's not the exposure. I think that's like, I have no clue anymore. I still have to learn how to figure this out, or learn how to use it. But if I go to like a low speed continuous, like check this out. It keeps up no problem. And that's the problem with like the cheaper flashes. Let's see if it could keep up with the high speed. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. You're just like full on blinding people with a tiny flash. I don't know what this video has come to. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just testing out this flash. It's not a technical review or anything. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back one time to the big boy lens. And we're gonna see what would happen if you got a wide angle lens and you wanted to take a selfie like this. That hurt. I don't know why I was making that face. But this is what happens, okay? You get a huge cast because the lens is basically blocking the flash from working. I think that's with the diffuser on too, so oh man, that sucks. Even if at 35 millimeter, at this size of a lens, I always catch myself when I'm like in the middle of a blink. Yeah, you can still see that there's a shadow. So I can't use my 24 to 105 because that's a similar length to this lens, and then I can't use the 15 to 35, this lens right here. So if I want to use the flash, I would have to switch to this guy. Kind of sucks because I would just like it to have like a flash where I could just be like, boop, I pop it on and I start using it and I could get cool photos, but I guess not. You learn the hard way sometimes. I don't know. I thought this was a no-brainer kind of thing where I'm like, I didn't really take into consideration how, because of the flash being so small and it sits lower on the camera, it's gonna get blocked. And that's why I guess the cameras that are like, or the flashes that are taller that you could angle down would be used for these ones, but it is what it is. I might actually grab the adapter for the V1, we'll see. That's pretty much it for this video. Again, I'll leave a link in the description. Now I know, now you know. We'll see what I do from here. Thanks for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.